It's week 2 of the National Football League, and we'll see the Rams' superstar running back. He was steady for them on the ground in week.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Taking it about the 1. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
I think the hope was to let him sit and learn for a bit, but he was thrown right into the fire in week 1. Now we'll see what kind of lessons he's learned as he prepares for his second start in the NFL.
To throw on first. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line. 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15. Well, this defense for the Rams, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now Sanders. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. The former MVP in his 12th season leading them out. He's got more rushing touchdowns than any quarterback in NFL history. Cam Newton.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 122 yardage-wise, and a score as well.
So coming off the opener where they established the run and established it well, their goal is to make sure that the trend continues and to serve notice to the rest of the league that they might be a run-first team.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, Peterson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. And the Rams at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. And now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
First down, here's the run with Peterson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. If you're an Adrian Peterson... That's the sign that you want to see right there on the other end. They got to learn to get him down, or this could be a long one.
And it's also the sign that his team wanted to see. Him making that type of a run, having a force and an impact on the game that early, that really demoralizes the defense because they realize it could be a long game trying to get him on the ground.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
He finds his man, complete. That's Moss. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Running for it. Here's Peterson. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. Sean McVay's gamble does not pay off. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 13 carries, 52 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to...
Second quarter now, Falcon football. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Out of the gun, it's Marino. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
It's a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well. And I don't think I pinned the blocks on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process, and that was step 1, and he's hoping on the road to glory.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Marino.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 40. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Throwing again on 2nd down. Marino, left side complete to Lockett.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
7th play in the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now it's Marino. And this is going to be incomplete. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
Frustrated quarterback, run those extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
York able to send this one through, and the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage.
So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both of these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. Well, they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off with points for themselves.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Newton now to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Moss. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Newton. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. On 1st and 10, Newton. There's the former Falcons star, Julio Jones with a grab. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Julio Jones here in Tennessee never really got going as he continued to battle injuries that followed him over from Atlanta. He believes he still has a couple of big seasons left in his career, and one more of those could see him climb into the top 10 or even the top 5 all time in receiving yards.
Newton's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing again is Newton. He finds his man complete. That's Moss. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Peterson. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. That last run, pretty monumental, Charles. He just toppled 15,000 career rushing yards.
And that just leads me to a question, and being before that, a tip of the cap. How about that accomplishment? But just think in your life, what have you done positively 15,000 times, right?
I haven't driven 15,000 yards, let alone ran for 15,000 yards.
That is phenomenal. Congratulations.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? They'll run for it with Peterson. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
Field goal's all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime in a low.
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And he returns this to the 22. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. Well, the first half very even. I mean, really in all facets. This ball game tied, Charles, so as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
The third quarter starts with a run by Peterson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Up the middle, it's Peterson.
56 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now on 2nd and 13. Newton. He finds his man, complete. It's Moss. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Carl Lawson able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
On 4th down, Newton. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. So, Charles, talk about a play that could prove pivotal. And I mean pivotal. That decision right there could be really costly.
Without a doubt, you talk about taking a chance there and deciding you're going to go all in, as they like to say. That's exactly what that one was, and it didn't pay off.
Yeah, inside their own territory, game tied this stage of the contest. Boy, yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 7-yard line.
Marino will throw, and it's caught. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Jones again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2.
Give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Well, there will be the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. Cade York on now for the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. York able to send this one through, and they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So, CD, maybe put a pin in that one as this game progresses. It's a field goal that gets them the lead here in the third, but, boy, you hate settling for 3 when you're that close to the goal line.
Well, it certainly pains me to say it, but I do think it was the right call. Now, if they lose, you and I both know that'd be one of the things that gets second-guessed. Why didn't you go for it on 4th and goal? But I know the mindset was take the points, get the lead. And by the way, if they went for it and got stuffed, they'd second-guess that too.
No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game. Yet, they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The secondary now for the Falcons on third down.
Delay of game, offense.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. From the gun on third down, Newton. Pressure brought in. Falcons get there for the sack. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. Third and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That fifth defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Here we go on fourth. Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. Marino sets up. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet, he's going to have the first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Now Marino. The open man is Westbrook. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off. Back now here on EA Sports. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Here's Marino to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. York able to send this one through, and they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. But a nice return sets them up pretty good here, right at the 30-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. And Jones has it over the middle.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zones, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking in zone for Jones. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They run over center with Peterson. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
And he is going to have the Rams 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Newton. Over the middle, complete. That's Moss.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Newton to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone.
Desperation time. Newton, 4th down.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted.
Levi Wallace